Hello and welcome to West Country Wanderings. Welcome to another one of my railway series. I'm really excited to say today we have a gold mine and a light railway. Where are we? We're in the county of Herefordshire. We're close to a village called Lea, which lies on the main A40 road coming out of Gloucester heading towards Ross-on-Wye. This place was established in 1906 to extract gold from a gold seam in the Forest of Dean. However, it was never commercially successful. The gold in the Forest of Dean is only in small quantities and it doesn't make it viable commercially to extract. Later on, the tunnel that they built though to get the gold out was used to extract iron. And today, around the area, there remains a light railway run by volunteers and enthusiasts in this small, quiet corner of Herefordshire. They also have an open day. One a day a year they have an open day, and it happens to be today. Now, I remember seeing a video by Ron on his channel Parkinsons Walks, who was exploring the old railway line, standard gauge railway line that comes out of Drybrook. I think it joins up with the Gloucester-Hereford line at Lea. You can see a bridge which we'll have a look at, which was part of the standard gauge line. But what we're going to look at today though is narrow gauge, serving the needs of the mine for both both gold and iron ore extraction. So I hope you can join me on a wander today, having a look at the Lea Bailey gold mine and light railway. Well, welcome to the Lea Bailey gold mine, established 1906. This is a rare open day here today, near the town of Mitcheldean in the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire. They only have one open day per year. So I'm really excited when I saw this on Facebook that it was open today. So there's the entrance to the gold mine itself. Tracks going down there. You can just see a gentleman going into the entrance of that. So let's go down and have a look at the rest of the site and the track layout here. Some of this is part of the original buildings that were used for the mine itself. The tunnel that you saw here, it just goes round the, we can see the track there curving round into the tunnel entrance. Now curiously here, there's also a sleeper. Not sure why a sleeper would have ended up there on this section here. And also the track there is going down quite a bit of a slope, so I'm not sure the direction of the original track where it carried on down there towards the Mitcheldean road. I'll have to dig out some maps and see if I can find some more information when I do the edit. So that's some of the equipment that they use here. I'm not a railway technical person to be able to tell you what it is, but we'll have a closer look at it anyway. But this is an Imco rocker shovel used in the mining industry, and it says it's rebuilt overseas by Overseas Mining of Hythe in Kent. Yeah, curious contraption. See if I can get a shot of it a different angle. And there it is. So I presume that would have been shoveling up the rubble from inside the mine as people were working in the mine to get to the gold. And that there is another piece made by the company IMCO. I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation. Please drop a comment below if it isn't. And that one's called a whistling pig. It's got a label on the top of it, so I'll have a closer look at that. It's IMCO locomotive number 401. Now this here would have been used to convey, well, probably almost certainly would have been exclusively men, I would imagine, walking in underground in the mine here in the forest to get them into and out of the mine. We've got an interesting crossover here, a bit like the one we saw previously where they were moving the logs, the wooden logs over and tumbling those out, but this doesn't have a working turntable. It's sort of a turntable, isn't it, on the other one, but haven't been installed on that bit yet. I think this bit here is just a mock-up. There is a bit of a cutting here, so at some point that has been cut through, and maybe originally that they were going to do another mine going through the rock there. I'm not sure. If I can find any more, I'll drop it in the usual way below. This is the extent of track operations at the moment, where that pile of rocks is there, but they have laid track beyond it. I think they've probably got drainage problems in the missing section there, because the ground does look rather damp. And that's a great view looking back in the opposite direction towards the mine entrance and the main site with the buildings as well. Apologies if the footage is a little bit grainy, a little bit shakier than normal, because I'm just being light-footed filming here today, and also the conditions are rather dark here on this overcast day underneath the trees. So the track continues there, apart from that section where it is going. Well, let's see what we can see a bit further along here before we head back to the main site to see what they're up to, the volunteers are up to here on this Sunday afternoon at the Lea Bailey Gold Mine and Light Railway. Now what I've just noticed here, that the rails here are quite different. They seem to be a bit thicker as well, and I don't know if this is the original track layout from when it was working or it's been relayed. I would imagine it has been relayed since the line closed. Love that rails running through woodland in the Forest of Dean. Magical. This is magical really, because it's two of my favourite sort of places, railways, you know, like railways on the channel, particularly historical railways, and also woodlands as well, and you've got a combination of the both here. That's amazing. So the sun's just come out, so it's given me a bit of a glare, so sorry I can't change the angle. I do apologise for that. I do have a lens hood as well, but it's still quite glary. There is a bridge ahead. See if we can make our way up to that. And as you can see, they're still working on the track here, trying to get the layout going through to the bridge which carries the road over. I'm not sure where the road goes to. It's either Drybrook or Mitcheldean. So here we seem to have iron sleepers as well, so that's the first time I've seen that on this section of the track here. Apologies for the road noise on the road above. And here's our railway bridge, and I think it's connected up to the Forest of Dean railway network, a whole load of lines that crisscross the Forest of Dean. I can't remember exactly where this one goes to, apologies for that, but see if I can find out. And I'll put a map in so you can see it. But say we're in the Drybrook Mitcheldean area here at the moment. Got a lot of water dripping off the bridge because we've had, well, heavy shower earlier on and some rain last night as well. So that's the site looking back. As you say, they're placing rails in place and working on the line to get it. There's only a handful of volunteers here, and I will put a link in the description of today's video to both their Facebook group and their website as well. And you can see that the track bed there continues on in the distance. I won't go any further because that's nothing to do with the gold mine itself and the light railway, but a previous disused railway here in the forest. And as I say, I do believe that Ron from Parkinsons Walks covered this section, and I'll put a link also to his video at the end of this one. Before I do that though, just get a shot of the bridge while there's no traffic going over and it's not too noisy. But there is bridge in very good order, which is always brilliant to see. So they had fantastic workmanship in those days when they built these bridges. Probably, I would imagine, in the middle of the 19th century, at a rough guess. Now you can see the brickwork above the tunnel to the mine's entrance here. In my haste to get into the site to film some light railway and gold mine action, I missed these, well, two halves, making up a complete colliery wheel. Nothing to do with the gold mine, I'm pretty certain, but it would have been to do with a neighbouring coal mine, which the forested course is dotted with. Well, how good was that? I was really excited to see that. After seeing that temptation video from Ron over at Parkinsons Walks, and I put a link into his video at the end of this one. Well worth checking that out, because he explored a lot of the standard gauge line that only I touched on in the video today. But wonderful open day today. I believe the next open day will be in 2024, so I'm afraid you'll have to wait a whole year. Although the site is partially accessible when it's closed, you won't be able to see the mine doors open, but you'll be able to see the track, certainly, and some of the equipment that they use there. They usually are working on the site, although it's not a proper open day, they are usually working on the site during Sunday afternoon. So if you're in the area, it might be worth just popping on, seeing what you can see and having a look. But if you join their Facebook group, then you'll be able to see when the next open day is here. I'd like to thank the Lea Bailey Light Railway volunteers who are very accommodating with my filming today. And thanks for all the work that you do to bring in the history, this gold mine, some 120 odd years old, to life here in the heart of the Forest of Dean in Herefordshire. If you like that sort of thing, I do lots of different videos on railways. I do lost railway walks. We have a look at heritage lines. We also have a look at some stations that have opened or reopened as well. So if that's your sort of thing, I also do canals and walking and looking at lots of different things in the whole of the wider West Country. Then please consider subscribe, hit the bell, then YouTube will tell you when my next video lands. Until next time on West Country Wanderings, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and I hope to see you on the channel again very, very soon. All the best for now. Bye-bye.